fans here at the Olympia. Great to be back again this year, folks. We've got records that are looking to be broken. Of course, Phil Heath looking for number 6. Lex Lewis looking for number 5. All right, here we go. Please welcome your first competitor, Lucas Osladell. The Prodigy, Brandon Curry. Give it up for Michael Lockett. Making his Olympia debut, Akeem Williams. All the way from down under, the king of the gym, Josh Lenarowitz. Making his return to the Olympia stage.
It's great to be back. Definitely want to say thank you all for coming out. I know that this is not an event that just happens with people just in the United States. People from all over the world. We have competitors from all over, but also the fans from all over the world. I really appreciate you guys for taking your time, your resources, and contributing to our sport of bodybuilding. It means the world to me and all these amazing athletes. You know, I'm just really excited to be here. This is now, you know, another title defense. Every year is a new challenge, a new part of my journey, a new phase of life. And, you know, I'd like to follow up in what Dennis James said and, you know, give shout out to Kevin for actually talking the talk and walking the walk. You know, when I first started bodybuilding, Kevin Levrone was definitely one of my, you know, initial idols because of his musculature, his symmetry, his proportion, and all these amazing things. And I know on social media throughout my career, it's been repeatedly over and over and over again, virtual pros downs and stuff like that of Kevin and I, because we share some similarities. Now we actually get to see it. I give him a lot of credit because of the fact that 13-year layoff, I mean, damn, I don't think any of us could do that. And that's what bodybuilding really is saying, you know what, age ain't nothing but a number. We go through all different types of adversity. We may give up, but, you know, we get back up and we decide that, you know, we're going to handle this on our terms. And, you know, this is a living proof that, you know, we got some young guys, we got some, you know, rookies, we got some older guys. And it's great for the sport. It's great for you, the fans. I know you guys are really excited to see us get it on Friday, Saturday night. So it's just, you know, I'm pumped. I'm happy.
All right, thank you, Phil. In your preps for the Olympia.
Well, first I would like to say this is a great honor to be back here on this stage, so I want to say thank you to the organization. Thank you, Bob. Thank everyone here, because this sport is certainly built on Ben and Joita's dreams and integrity, and it just runs really, really deep. So as I look around this room, I see Raphael, I see Rob, I see Steve, I see so many years and years of hard work and integrity that goes behind not just being here, but what do you do when you walk off this stage? And I was just taught so much from Ben and Joe that you know, champions, you're not a champion just only on the stage, but you're a champion as well. When you leave this stage, what do you represent? What do you want to be known for? So for me, I just thank God for that opportunity. Thank God for this, the IFBB, and allow me again to come back and to present myself to the world and also the fans. So I want to say, first of all, thank you guys, and thank you for all the support and the fans around the world in this great organization.
Thank you, Kevin. Talking about the 90s era, there's one more athlete on this stage that's competed in the 90s. It's been on this stage since '99, that placed second last year to the champ Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, at 47 years old. So when we talk about eras, we have another representative of the 90s, because his first Olympia was in '99, am I correct?
That's correct.
Now, listening to what's been happening to build up this Olympia with Kevin coming back, what does Dexter Jackson say into all this? I mean, you arguably had a few fans last year saying you could have won this show last year.
A lot.
Now, that must have been probably the biggest motivation you ever had since you've been on this stage getting ready for this Olympia. What is Dexter Jackson saying to all of this?
What do you mean, with Kevin come back and all that stuff?
No, well, yeah, they saying bringing the 90s back and Kevin coming back out of retirement, being, you know, a little bit older than the average athlete on here.
Yeah, he's old. Older than me. But I just want to say, Kev, it is such an honor, man, to have competed against you over the years. And to actually, you know, I kept going. Okay, you know, it's so emotional right now. Excuse me, you know, because this guy's like an idol to me. So. So let me settle down. Let me say this again. I'm sorry. All right, so Kevin. Now back to what I was saying. It was an honor competing against you in so many years back in the day. And it's amazing seeing you come back after a 13-year layoff. It's just unbelievable. I have nothing but good things to say about Kevin. So all you guys out there who've been trying to get me to say something, you know, negative, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, because like I said, I look up to you like my father, so I'm not gonna...
I'll be the first 5-year-old dad.
This is like a roast.
But,
well, like Dexter's saying, you know,
let me finish.
Hold on, I just want to say this. It's like family, you know what I mean? IFBB it's family and it runs deep, you know, back in those eras, man. So
yeah. So, you know, we used to all hang out and, you know, when we go overseas and stuff, it's not like that anymore. You know, we were family when we went overseas. And now you get the guys now, you know, they win a couple dollars and they're like, you know, can't tell me nothing. Like King Kamala used to be. You remember that?
Absolutely. You know, it's like one of the beautiful things about the sport. You know, me and Flex was talking earlier. You know, it's like we were there for each other back in the day. You know, so I hope it continue. I hope that it will continue or at least come back. You know, after this. You know, after this weekend.
But to finish up what I was saying, you know, it's an honor to compete against you, and also to be able to compete in this era as well. So you got some great champions from both eras. Me being in both, so I'm a champion both. So I'm just saying it's just. Shut up, Phil. See, I'm a jokester. For you guys that don't know me, this is the real me. It took many years for me to show you this, and now I'm here.
Well, for any of us that know you, Dex, know that's exactly how you are and have been for years. You told me yesterday, if you were to win this thing, you'd hang them up after you won. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm not gonna lose. You know, I put in a lot of work, man, since last year. Phil knows me. You know, I mean, me and Phil, we go way back, man. And Phil knows me. He was the same way with me. He wanted to beat me so bad when I was whooping his behind. He would call me up. I would be in the Popeyes line. Yeah, let me get a 5-piece chicken. What are you doing?
Let me get a chicken and rib at dinner with some black-eyed peas, some corn and okra, and this and that. I'm like, God dang, man, what are you, 8 weeks out?
He couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
He's like,
man, I got this,
man.
man. I'm like, damn, this guy's got some genetics.
Did you guys rehearse this?
No.
But anyway, it's an
Dexter.
honor to be able to compete in both eras. Well, I've been through like 3 eras, so it's an honor to be in so many eras.
Well, it's good to see that you give that much respect to your 5-year-old dad. I didn't know that he's the most fertile 5-year-old I've ever seen. Kevin, awesome. Now, can the 90s or the 2000s, who's going to beat you?
Out of them two?
Yeah. Who's going to beat you?
Well, I'm interested to see on how Kevin's going to look since he took so long off. I mean, if Kevin comes back like Kevin, we might all be in trouble. You know, but I mean, I think I've been known to have the the best genetics ever in the sport because I'm the blade. And I don't do no cardio, no abs, none of that stuff, so that's why I've lasted so long. But when everybody's saying, like, you know, well, Kevin's got the greatest genetics, and I'm like, well, why is he doing cardio 2 days out? I stopped 5 weeks out, I'm just saying.
I can already hear Kevin after he wins the show. Who your daddy?
That's what he'd be saying. Phil, is the 90s physique good enough to beat the 2016 physique?
We will see you on Friday and Saturday night. It's as simple as that. I am not going to get into this. I'm here to do a damn job. My job is to win number 6, tie during this, and get the hell out of here. That is it. I come to do battle. I respect everybody. I'm excited. I know I look good, and I'll be able to prove it on Friday, Saturday night. That's it.
Well, Sean, you're clearly one of the guys, we talk about the mass monsters, we talk about the classic physique style, like Cedric. We'll get to Cedric in a moment. But you're clearly a guy that's pretty much right in between. You certainly got the muscle, but you also bring those classic lines. What improvements have you made this year to get you in front of Phil Heath?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and showing support. Being an IFBB pro has always been a dream of mine, and you know, to be sitting up here with these great athletes, getting ready to go out here once again on Friday night. Came to you guys so excited I've been ever since stepping on stage last year. And with Kevin coming back, I've been a big fan of Kevin. We've lived 30 minutes away from each other back in Maryland, and Kevin has been a great friend of mine, and it's just an honor to be able to step on stage next to a legend. As far as making an improvement, I think I worked on everything. I mean, I didn't feel as if I lost last year. It didn't matter who walked away with the Sandow. I mean, I know I brought a package that, in my opinion, should have won. And it's just a matter of going back out here and presenting myself and, you know, showing what I've done.
Well, I remember you saying last year you're going to beat Phil. You voiced it very openly right here. You were sitting where Dexter's sitting today, and you basically told Phil that you will beat him in almost every shot. Now, you lost, not only to Phil, but also to Dexter last year. So now, what is your mindset, knowing that there's 2 guys you got to beat in order to win this title? What improvements have you made, and what is your, tell me, what do you beat these guys on this year? What do you think is your strong part? What makes you just beat these guys this year? What's different about Sean Ray? Sean Roden, not Sean Ray. I'm sorry, Sean.
Sean Ray, wow.
I'm here so much 90s, I'm all back in the 90s right now.
Flex, you want to make a comeback? Well, again, you know, last year, as I said, it was a challenge for me going out there, and made it quite clear, you know, sitting there, that I didn't think Phil was going to be being any opposing. You know, I'm going to make the same statement with both Kevin, Flex, and Sire.
And even you don't know what you're talking about. What?
Phil and Dexter. I mean, I've made enough improvement where I feel as if condition-wise, symmetry-wise, pose for pose, I mean, I would love to get...
Is that correct? Lucas. Lucas? How do you pronounce the last name?
Osladil.
Osladil. Lucas. First Olympia, you won your pro show last year in Phoenix, if I'm correct?
Phoenix.
So, this is your first Olympia. So now, how did you prepare for this? And I remember you competed in the 212 before. What made you change going from 212 into the open and actually winning your first open show? And how much heavier are you, or how much over 212 are you right now?
First time I competed in 212 was in Toronto in 2012. I won the first contest. So I was at the Olympia in 2012, in the 212. And last time was also in Toronto in the year 2014, and then I decided to move to the open category. And last year was my first first time there, and at the second contest, that was at the Phoenix, I won. I got nominated for the Olympia, and I didn't really change many things since competing in 2012. I've been working with George Farag since November 2013, and I got good support from Evels Fitness, and I have very good results working with George Farag, because first year I gained about 7 kilograms of pure muscles, and this year about 5 more, so I'm going up all the time with George.
All right, thank you, Lucas. All right, folks, you've heard from our panel of Olympians.
YouTube were showing their physiques. You know, they were competing against each other, but they were having fun at the same time and giving a good show to the audience. You know, and I can, you know, just being backstage and talking to these guys and stuff, I can kind of feel a change in the atmosphere as compared to how it has been in years past, where, you know, you don't have to not like somebody to compete against them and try to beat them. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times with social media and stuff like that, it's just changing generations in general. You know, it's so easy to talk shit and then you're safe behind, you know, your keyboard and stuff. But what I hope for us is, you know, I hope that we can, you know, maintain or at least start to develop a little more camaraderie between us. So, you know, like you guys were talking, when y'all go overseas and compete, you know, it was a good time that y'all can go compete, go get money together, put on a good show together, you know? And, cause see, you fuck around and bump me or say the wrong thing, and I'm gonna embarrass all of us on stage, and I'm gonna be going to jail, and I won't be able to compete no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just want us to be able to have fun and put on a good show for the, see, I'm gonna get you backstage. You know, want us to be able to have fun. So I hope that you guys actually can enjoy us putting on a show and having fun doing what we do together. You know, I think me and Josh played so much at 2 Arnolds. You know, Steve Weinberg was like almost saying, "All right, stop damn playing and get in this pose." You know what I'm saying? But that was a real good time for both of us, and the crowd as well. They enjoyed that. So not saying there's going to be a bunch of playing today, but just speaking in terms of the atmosphere of bodybuilding. You know, everybody wants to see drama and all of this stuff, you know, and once again with social media, you got these unknown people that kind of create popularity for themselves by clowning us, you know. And I can remember when all I had was my magazine once a month, I couldn't think of anything disrespectful to say about any of those guys I seen in that magazine. I loved them, and I was ready for it, you know. So, but now with so much access to us, you see us from the time we wake up, what we eat, what we do all day, you see all of this, and it seems like there's a lot of, instead of appreciating this access that you have into our lives, you get so used to it. It's just like when you got a pretty girl. After a while, she get on your nerves, and then you start not liking her. You know what I'm saying? You got so much access to us that some of these people actually lose respect for us because we're so accessible. So, hey, fix these little chaps on the internet and teach them how to damn be respectful to somebody, you know, that's doing something that they could only dream of doing, you know, because this is our lives. Yeah. And that's all I got to say.
All right, thank you, Ced. Well, Kevin, you've spent obviously a couple of decades now, so you've had a chance to see back then and now, firsthand and on the Olympia level. How much different was it for you this year, obviously, with social media and such, when you made that announcement in Pittsburgh at Jim Mannion show that you were officially going to be into the Olympia? No more talk, no more nothing, I'm getting ready, I will be on the stage. Have you seen a big difference between the 90s and today in terms of fan response on the internet?
Yeah, certainly the negativity comes with the success as well. So you have that you have to mentally get over. I think, like Cedric was saying, they have so immediate access to us that mentally you have to be strong enough to block that out. Thank God that I came through in an era where Dorian Yates was over in England training and I couldn't contact him through social media. I could block myself off in Maryland and go into my zone, and I didn't have to worry about what was going on in the outside negative world, any attacks. When I was training for this Olympia, you know, you do need a part of that social media because that's your platform for advertising nowadays. It's very, very strong. So you have to engage But you have to engage knowing that, you know, you're covered, knowing that, you know what, this is somebody's opinion, and that their opinion is not going to dictate or affect who I am as a champion. So, first and foremost, every last one of these guys up here on this stage are great champions. Not just an average champion. You have to be a great champion to overcome so many obstacles, whether it's the success that you're dealing with, whether it's the negativity that you're dealing with, going into the gym, training, eating, sleeping for many, many hours. It takes a lot of discipline. So for these guys to overcome, they certainly deserve to be here, and I respect that. And that's the greatest challenge that I saw preparing for this year's Mr. Olympia than when we used to do it. You know, we were protected by the Weider organization, protected away from a lot of the negativity of social media. There's no protection for these guys. These guys have to somewhat go into that zone, block it out, and get in there and realize that, you know what, I'm here, this is who I really am as a champion, and to continue to proceed forward and propel and come out victorious through all that. So it's a lot different. It's a lot different nowadays.
Well, Kevin, we interviewed last night at the Athletes Check-In. I asked you what was the main difference you've seen between yesterday and today in terms of the competitors. You said, I don't see as much sunken-in faces as I used to back in the day. I'm seeing a lot of full faces, round faces. I asked Phil about that comment a little bit later. Phil said, this ain't no face contest. I'm as pretty as ever.
I was just about to ask this question to Kevin, because this is a personal question for me to you, Kev.
Yeah.
And this is not, I'm not going to ask you what is the real reason for you to making this comeback. The question that I have for you is, what do you think was the better era? Who do you think were better? The guys, the top 10 in the 90s compared to the top 10 today? Who do you think were the better bodybuilders?
I think, you know, again, these guys nowadays, these guys deserve and earn the position to be here as champions. So I'm not going to say they're better champions or we were better champions. I can only compare to the conditioning. I believe that the conditioning certainly has suffered from the last time that I competed and through the 90s. There's a reason why Steven Weinberg said, you know, control your gut. There was a reason why, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger said it came out, we have to do something about this. And again, you know, one of the guys said size doesn't matter. It's about shape, conditioning, and the beauty of the sport. And if size didn't matter, like Flex Wheeler said, an elephant would be king of the jungle, but he's not. So I believe that we got to get back to what this sport was built on. It was certainly built on the beauty, aesthetics, pleasing physiques, and something that's pleasing to the eye, something that captivates the human eye and make you want to be like that person. I mean, I saw Lee Haney, I was like, it was just beautiful the way that he moved on stage, the way that he posed. You can communicate through your pose, and if you have the proper physique to do that. And I think this is what we're lacking today in this sport. And this is one of the reasons, and I saw an opportunity to come back, and I saw something that was so much a part of who I was that was missing. And that's one of the reasons why I want to come back on stage. So Robin allowed me to come back on stage to present this package of what we had back then to compare it to what we have now. Not saying that Phil is not a great champion, because he is, or any of these guys aren't great champions, because they all are. Dexter came from that era, you know, and I certainly know that, you know, Dexter's probably down a few pounds now than you were last year. I don't know if you were. I'm talking about ripped and conditioning. Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, it's about size, shape, and symmetry, and having a V-taper. That's what I believe.
Phil Heath, do you need a sunken face to prove that you're in shape on stage?
I think we all have sunken faces, and especially the day of the show. Yeah, especially compared to 2 months ago. We all were fat and happy, but, you know, I think it's... we all look like Krispy Kreme probably 3-4 months ago, but, you know... You want some? We will get some on Sunday. But to answer the question, I mean, I definitely feel that it's a visual indication while we have our clothes on that this guy is serious. But there's going to be a lot of guys that have a sunken-in face that do not win. It's going to be based on everything that everybody said: the size, the conditioning, the proportion, the separation with the muscle, the microstriations, like all this crazy detail that people are like, I didn't even know that. Like, what is that muscle on this anatomy chart? That does not exist. That type of conditioning. And that's what real bodybuilding really is to see something that you've never ever seen in a beautiful format. And you know, all these guys have special body parts. It's going to be the person who has the least amount of flaws that wins.
Yep. Well, Phil, you've taken some heat over the last couple of years. A lot of the fans thinking you did not come in at your best, that we haven't seen your best since 211 or 212. I know it's been a personal mission of yours this year to prove to yourself, if not your fan base, that you will see the best Phil Heath this year since 11 or 12. Your feelings on that?
I just can't wait. I just can't wait. That's it.
Is this your best since? Well, actually, let's go back to that. What is your best year in your opinion?
2011 was pretty freaking crazy. You know, really hard, really dry. 2012, you know, I came in a lot more dense, and you know, it was a different package. 2013, I thought it was kind of a combination. You know, it was a first round knockout at prejudging. I mean, I walked in there, did my job, and left. You know, the last couple of years just wasn't necessarily better than any of those years, but it was good enough to win. Anything that people will realize, like in the sport of bodybuilding, you could look at from Lee Haney to Dorian Yates to, you know, 8-time Michelin Olympia Ronnie Coleman, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's going to be certain years that are more favorable to fans than other years. It's just the way it is. However, they did win. They found a way to win, and it was who they were standing next to at the same time. My job was to be a better version of myself each rep, each set, each workout, every day. That was it. Simple as that. Eliminate all distractions, eliminate all negativity. Be a fan of the sport and excite myself day in and day out. Say whatever I have to say to get myself on that damn cardio at 5 a.m. We don't want to do that stuff, but I did it. Training at altitude, living in Denver, Colorado, anyone that knows about altitude training, it is hard. But I got my ass up and I stayed there. I didn't travel as much. I was very focus driven. My girlfriend cooked every 99.9% of my meals. Thank you, baby. I really appreciate it. You know, I had a great support system, and I found that I wasn't satisfied with how I looked, even though I've won. And any champion should think like that. Every champion should never be satisfied with how they looked. I'm not going to be complacent. I hear everything on social media because I am very active and I get kind of bored when I'm doing that cardio. But, you know, I started reminding myself, are you having fun with this stuff? You've won 5 times. Are you having fun? And I was like, I'm allowing people to take the fun away from this with this whole social media garbage. And I started realizing, you know what? I'm just going to be positive. I'm just going to have fun every day. I'm going to focus on everything. I'm going to smile more. And I'm just going to kick the living crap out of myself every freaking day. Every rep, every set, every workout at a damn time. And I'm able to do that. So I plan on being the best I've ever been. I feel really good. And I'm having a very controlled aggression right now because I don't want to mess this one up.
Yep. Now, after the announcement was made in Pittsburgh that Kevin is coming back, this is especially for, like, you know, the top 5, top 6 guys last year. Listening to all the, you know, the fans and the media outlets and, you know, all the talk that's been going on about Kevin coming back. How can he come back? He's 52 years old. Some media outlets predicting Kevin to win the whole show. Now, what does that do to guys like Dexter, Phil, Sean, Rami, and everybody when you train? Do you think about, damn, Kevin is coming back? Are you guys worried about a guy that competed in the 90s that hasn't been on stage in 13 years and decides to come back at 52 year when people say he's going to beat Phil Heath, he's going to beat you guys? What does it do to you? What do you think? Is that on your mind at all, or do you believe that there's no possible way Kevin can come back and mess with any of us?
I think Kevin's a great champion in his time. You know, I mean, only time will tell, and we get to see it tomorrow night, and Friday, Saturday night, we'll be able to see what he looks like. You know, I give him great respect for being able to, you know, make that commitment. Because to make a commitment just to do a bodybuilding show is one thing. Making a commitment to do the damn Olympia after that long of a layoff takes a lot of balls.
Did it worry you in any way that Kevin is coming back?
I was more concerned with not being satisfied with how I had looked over the past couple of years. You know, I've been more concerned about how I look. You know, at the same time, it's hard for some people to get the mentality or understand my mindset because they're not living in this skin. If you've been champion for 5 years and you're going to concern yourself and overly concern yourself with people, other people, you're distracting yourself from your own goal. I cannot be losing sleep over people because I need to get sleep. I need to do what I got to do. It would be no different if you're getting ready for a test. You're getting ready for an exam and you're worried about the guy that is placing, you know, 95% next to you. You're placing 95, 97% on these exams. I can't do nothing to this person. He or she is got to focus. They got to study. They got to do their thing. I got to do my thing. It's not boxing. It's not basketball. It's none of this stuff. I got to do my thing. If I'm the champion, yeah, I respect everybody's hard work ethic. I mean, hell, it does motivate me because, hell, we're all brothers in this because we all love what we do. It is inspiring to go online and be like, man, this guy's killing it, man. This guy, man, wow, I wish I could lift that much. Or, wow, like, this guy is looking really good. But at the end of the day, I would be stupid to be 5-time Miss Olympia, overly concerned with myself, getting scared. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to be scared of a damn thing. If anything, I'm going to be scared of myself, of what I can do, and not put barriers and walls up in front of myself, having that fear in my mind of somebody else. That is not a champion's mindset. That is not the way that I live my life. I want the best for myself every single day, and I cannot, nor will I not, concern myself with other people.
All right, good answer, Phil. As the old adage goes, there is no defense in bodybuilding.
Yeah, Bob. First of all, Phil, I want to say, you know what, I commend you on that because, I mean, those are words from a champion, you know, and that's what we need. We need leadership. There's no bad blood amongst any of these guys up here on stage, and I can tell you that. When I was backstage, you know, people saying, well, what feels different? What feels different? I feel the same amount of love here that I felt 13 years ago, you know, so. Yeah, absolutely. And it just goes to show that, you know, everybody's grounded. These guys work so hard. And to walk out here and to earn this spot, your level of thinking is on a whole different level where either there's negativity flying around, and maybe it's not flying around here. It's flying around in a social media negative devilish world out there. And I think that these guys are certainly strong enough to overcome all that, and I think you guys can feel what I'm feeling right now. You know, nobody's going at each other right here. It feels good. It feels really good to me. So, and I didn't know what to expect coming here. I didn't know if they was going to attack me or everybody going to jump on me or start beating me or punching me or whatever. But the love that I feel, I mean, it's unbelievable. So you know what? I think the sport's in a great position. And I want to say thank you guys for all the respect that you've shown me through this process.
Next to you, you share those sentiments. You're not worried about dear old dad here, are you?
I got two different answers. Political and the truth.
Give me the truth. Nobody wants political.
I'm going to be political first. Kevin coming back is awesome. And I think it's really good for the sport. Really. But, I mean, let's be real. I was whooping Kevin before he retired. Now, I've been competing for 17 years. And for a person to take 13 years off and train for 6 months, that's not, I wasn't worried at all. Now, if Kevin took like 3 years of training, then we could talk about 6 months. Come on, man.
Dexter, you want me to take my stuff off?
That's what we want to see. Take your shit off.
Hey, this is your moment now, bro.
We can go right now, most of us.
See,
You ready?
I want to let you guys know.
Dexter, you ready? Come on, Kev.
What do you say, Dex?
Look, I don't know if you guys know, but I try and be serious, but that really wasn't me. I look up to Kevin so much, man. To be honest with you, I'm just worried about me and myself and I. That's it. You know, I put in the work. I pushed Phil to the limit last year, and I'm gonna win this year. You can believe that. Write that shit down right now.
Dexter's gonna win this year. He said, "Write it down, champ." What do you say, Phil? You got the last word.
It took him that long to say that. Why didn't you just say that at the beginning? I came here
because we're finishing the show now.
I came here and whoop Phil's ass and we'll go home.
Well, Phil, I had to say something. It took you 30 minutes to talk.
No,
Sean Rowland, is Dexter going to beat Phil this year? Come on. I mean, I had to talk with you the other day. You give us the truth too. Don't be political at all.
You don't want me to take my jacket off, bro.
Well, I don't want you to, but I guess everybody else here wants you to.
We're gonna wait until Friday night. I think everybody pay.
Well, Friday is only one day away. If you're not in shape today, you won't be in shape tomorrow.
That's a good point.
We gotta give them what they pay for. They pay to see every single competitor.
They got their tickets right now, all of them. They were scanned when they walked in here.
Well, Sean, let's get.
Hey, Sean, come on, I'll go with you.
Sorry,
it's not like you've never been here and you're still nervous.
Yeah, come on, Sean. Let's see what
I'll
you got.
take my shirt off if you take yours off.
Well, listen, Kevin.
I will definitely take my shirt off if he takes his off. I'll peel down to the skin.
I want to see that just to see DJ. That was Sean Roden. Hey, Kevin's got an open challenge to any of you Olympians. Anybody want to go toe-to-toe right now? Any takers? Nobody wants no part of the muscle machine.
Anybody want to challenge me? Come on now. I'll take any one of you guys.
Hey, Kevin.
With donuts and everything.
When I won your show in Poland, you remember I ruined your dress shirt?
You look good.
So I think I owe you one. I owe you
Oh,
one
yeah,
for that
you
shirt.
did. Go ahead, tell them that story.
Let's go. I'll do it with you.
Who wants to see it? Cedric versus Kevin.
Okay, most muscle.
Yeah, I got you. Wait, don't do the most muscular from the side though, because I can't do that.
from the
That's
front.
the one that look.
All right, hey,
That's the one that
do the
look
most
good.
Who wants to pose down right now? Anybody?
I'll do it from the front.
Kevin Levrone, center stage. Cedric McMillan, center stage.
Let's go see the most muscular from the back.
Anybody else want to get up there? Come on, Dex. Yeah, that ain't happening. Folks, that's going to wrap things up this year for the Olympia. Appreciate everybody for coming out here today. Tonight, folks, meet the Olympians right here at the Orleans up there, 7 o'clock start time. You can meet all the Olympia champions here, plus all the champions from all the other divisions tonight.